Oh my goodness. We're live. It's alive. She's frantically looking for a piece that she cut out and can't find now. I'm telling her it's not a big deal because it's a little tiny ribbon piece, but
it's not a ribbon piece, it's a knot.
It's not noticeable.
It is. She has a hole in her damn butt.
Fix the hole. Hi, everyone.
Hello, Internet Lambs. This isn't supposed to be. Hello, Commodore.
Hello, Commodore.
Stop flirting with the Commodore.
No. Why, no, I will not. You're a messy painter. You just put all the pots and leave them out. And put them back in their containers. Ah. Thank you. This is in front of me. All right, so hello, Internet Land. We are here. We are live. We are people.
Are we?
We are youth of the nation.
Says the guy who's turning 50 next year.
Oh, she's gonna throw that out there now. Nice, classy.
Well,
she's a classy broad.
I mentioned it because he's already having me plan his birthday party now.
I know what I want. And it's 50. 50 is an important year.
Yep.
I mean, when she comes up on 40, it's not like we're not going to have a special party for you.
I'm going to admit I'm 40. It took me 6 years before. Oh. It is Zane saying that he will be here, hopefully. He is currently doing the noms.
At dinner with Peeps. Peeps.
Hi, Ben. And yes, he is
You old people. Yes, I even have the old people smell. All right, so here we are, the week of December 10th, 2019, talking about Warhammer. Did you throw non-metallics in there?
No, those were all three of those were metallics.
Okay, it didn't look metallics.
I know my metallics.
So we're talking about Warhammer. So let's talk.
That's old news.
Let's talk about the news. Available as of now. There's some nice middle-sized ones. Just the pink ones. Those are really nice middle-sized.
I think those might be too big. It's her butt. I mean, come on.
Oh, you're putting a bubble in her butt? Well, then yeah, use one of the medium-sized white. Look, the medium, smaller sized white ones. The battle boxes, the Battle Force boxes, are out, and
no problem, Zane. Enjoy your dinner.
Holy crap! The Tyranids one's already sold out. The big new releases this week. Necromunda Dark Uprising. Gosh, I want that. $290. I don't want that. That amount of terrain and figures. It's a lot of plastic, but no, I can't see it, especially for Zone Mortalis. When I got a really close look at Zone Mortalis and I realized it's just a bunch of rectangles, I bought a Proxxon for half the price of that, and for actually a third of the price of that, and I can make my own Zone Mortalis out of it. I got some plans on that, so that's something to talk about next year. The Blood of Baal is out. The Spear of Baal collection, which is the Blood Angels box, the Crimson Spear Strike Force. It looks a good box. All the boxes look really good. If I were into any of these armies other than, I mean, the Stormcast Eternal is a good-looking box.
Bloody.
So, I mean, I kind of like the Stormcast Eternals box. That's pretty cool. You dig that Night Haunt box, though, don't you?
I thought the Night Haunt box was actually pretty cool because it is cool because you get the Riders and you get the Craven King in it, which is a pretty good thing.
And that's a crap load of figures.
It comes with, it looks like a couple of Geist, a number of the Blade Maidens.
Well, let's take a look. Let's see what it comes with. Because, I mean, Night Haunt is something you like, so we should look into it. It'll take a while. There, when we have YouTube up, because it's on the same computer, Roland's pretty slow. So while waiting for that to load up, box that I looked at that I kind of like, which is the Fangs of Morkai. Has a an Iron Priest. That's a figure I've wanted. It's got a set of 5 wolf in it. That's another figure I want. It's got a Stormtalon gunship I want. So that's a great box, and the price is really good for that. 170. That's it's about 200. It's about $100 savings. It's a $270 box.
All right.
All right. So see what's in here. Your Night Haunt comes with 10 Chain Rasps, 10 Grimghast, 10 Bladegeist Revenants, 5 Hexers, 10 Dreadscythe Harridans, and the Craven King. So there's no even duplicates of units. It's 4 separate units, plus a group of 5 riders, plus the Craven King. That's a pretty good box.
Yeah, it really is.
That's a pretty good box. Yeah.
Woo! Kill Team Bucks came in for Dave, and now he's trying to make lava bases.
Lava bases are fun.
I did it on accident. I made a lava base on accident.
Yeah.
Trying to make it look all glowy.
So the question is, with your lava bases, just a question: are you using cork or are you using crackle medium? And if you're doing Kill Team, what unit are you putting on lava base? I'm even more curious now.
Salabandas.
Well, yeah, but I mean, okay, all right. So that's a pretty good box. I think that. The Tau box is really nice. I mean, yeah.
Apologize for any.
Yeah, we're good. We're good. Yeah. If this would be a good time, I put the Tau Apocalypse box. So that if you were to get that Tau Battle box and a Tau Apocalypse box, you would have one hell of an army. And I talked to a friend of mine who plays Tau, not the Commodore. I know 2 people that play Tau. And yeah, I mean that'd be a pretty good army.
Hi, Tina.
Cork, you do have a Cork. Cool. So yeah, I mean Battle Force boxes are out. It's a good time of year to buy stuff. Be honest with you, there's a lot of deals on Amazon. Sorry, GW stores, but unfortunately, you guys don't have. I was really weirded out to find out that GW never puts anything on sale. They don't ever have sales. They have MSRP, and that's what they always sell it at. Always, always, always. They never put anything on sale. I don't know of any other store that does that. I mean, they have their collection boxes, which are a cheap. So it's like, if you want to buy a lot of our stuff, we'll give you a price break in these 1 boxes. But we don't actually ever have sales. So, and we're part of 3 separate Secret Santas that are all Warhammer Games Workshop based Secret Santas. So, yeah.
I was only aware of 1.
You're in 1. Well, you're 1 person in that Secret Santa. I'm 1 person in that Secret Santa, and I'm in the Secret Santa on Reddit.
Oh, that's what you mean.
Yeah. So there's 3 different Secret Santas. So is it working now? Is the stream okay now? I'm waiting to hear. Is the stream okay? Because there have been lots of technical issues with streams lately. So Frost and Fist had all kinds of problems last week. All right, good. Okay, that's good enough for me. This is also a really good time if you got a little extra hobby money for the holidays. I'm gonna segue here. Now's a really good time to back some Kickstarters. Now, I've really wanted to get into a couple other Kickstarters, and I've just never gotten around to actually signing up for one. I'm like, and I was kind of iffy on it, but there was a couple Reaper Bones ones I thought about getting because there's some really nice Reaper Bones figures. But I'm like, figures. I was like, oh, that'd be great. I don't need more D&D figures. Do I need more D&D figures, honey? I don't need more D&D figures.
Do you even play D&D?
I'm talking about it. We've been talking about it.
Talking about it.
You're gonna put them in front of now on the side?
I don't know. Try to figure it out.
All right. I'm just asking. Okay. So if you believe in Kickstarters, there is one that I actually backed this year. And I know the company, they've been putting out a lot of promo pieces on a lot of different channels. And I've been looking at one of their sets because they're a company that does Kickstarters, but then they also have some of the sets after Kickstarters for sale for a little bit more than the Kickstarter price, which I guess is pretty common these days. So if you believe in Kickstarters, I would suggest if you want to get yourself some really nice terrain, there is a Kickstarter out there called Rampart, Stylish and Modular Terrain. The base buy-in is $49. And for that, you basically get a kill team table worth of terrain in your choice of either a Gothic church that's very similar to the stuff that GW does. The quality is comparable, and it looks pretty cool. There's a Mechanicum type style. It's they call it their factory, or what do they call it here?
Dave has said he's already kickstarted that one.
Yeah,
he's pretty excited about it. We found out about it.
Heinrich Botha actually kind of pushed me a little bit to do it. I had heard about it from Black Magic Craft had a video on it. Spiky Bits did a video on it, but Heinrich actually mentioned it in Discord, and I was like, you know what? I'll take a closer look at it. If somebody who's willing to give me money tells me to go look at something, I'll go look at it. And
release.
And I went and backed it, and it's pretty cool. I don't know what I'm gonna do with the figures. I'm gonna probably give them to her and let her have some fun with them. Because the figures are kind of a here, have some figures with that. But yeah, it's a pretty cool thing. I was looking at their set. Before I knew they were going to do a Kickstarter again, I was actually looking at their set, and it's like it's $70 for the base set, and it's a Kill Teams board worth of terrain in one set. Well, this is the same thing, but it's got some extra kickers and stuff with it. And I thought about getting the new set, the Mechanicum looking, the factory looking stuff. But honestly, since I'm trying to put together an entire solid board of Imperial Ruins, yeah, and that's the thing. I'll get to that because the whole thing about it is if you get the Mechanicum ones, they're not going to be ready. They're saying that they're not going to be ready until like June. And if I buy the current stuff, I get it next month. Well, I'm fine with the new stuff. Now, here's the thing about it. It's like the way they're set up. I would suggest priming the bases without the dudes on them, and even painting them without the dudes on them.
That's what I was planning on.
Okay.
She's over here.
I was talking about these two dudes. I was just saying.
Yes, I was going to do that too.
Okay. I was just offering. And if she won't stick because that tape's all sticky because of me, okay. I'm just trying to help you out there.
Somebody apparently thinks I don't pay attention.
No, I was just trying to be helpful. Anyhow, the thing that's really neat about this set is that the pieces are designed to be 100% modular. You build them, you paint them, and come with a set of pegs that lock them together, or the holes are perfectly sized to put 5mm magnets in, so you can magnetize the whole thing. Yeah, the Kickstarter ends basically next week Monday. If I read it right, I'm looking at it right here. Let's see here. 7 days to go, so next week Tuesday it has to be. If you ever wanted to build some terrain and wanted to get a good deal on a good amount of terrain, $50 you can't beat that. It's a good amount of terrain. And yeah, the whole thing is designed to be super modular. So instead of like you building it and gluing it together and sticking it in one thing, you build all the separate pieces, and then you put your magnets or you use your pegs, and you Lego it together each time you use it. So, and it's a sturdy enough build from what I've seen. You can Lego it together and stick it together and leave it there, and it'll stay. But it also still good enough that you can pull it apart, and it's designed for this. And the nice thing is, the other sets, they're going to continue building more sets, and they're making them universally compatible. So you can get other sets and put them together, and they link together, kind of like the same way Games Workshop does. I like Games Workshop's terrain. You know this.
Yes.
I've mentioned it before. It's quality terrain. I'm all about quality terrain. Now, I do like making my own terrain, but there are some aesthetics that you can duplicate, and there are others that just, I don't think properly translate when you try to make them yourself. Or if they did, the amount of effort and greeblies and whatnot you would have to put into making them match what you got there with some of that cast plastic stuff. It might be cheaper to build, but you're certainly, you know, tripling or quadrupling or even larger your time. So, and it's a matter of what you want. For a lot of my stuff, like the Savage set that I'm building right now, this stuff is actually pretty easy to build and pretty quick to build. And when I'm done, this will be pretty cool. It'll, you know, look like a pretty...
There's a point of diminishing returns.
Yeah, exactly. And I think if you're going for the techno-gothic aesthetic that the Imperium has, I think going in molded injection plastic is the way to go. My personal opinion. A lot of other stuff I'd rather build myself. But for the specifically the ruined church looking, you know, like because the techno gothic look, I don't mind using their terrain. And if I have one set of table based terrain for my 4x6, that's that set, I'm good with that. And then I can build other sets to do other things. And again, that's all right. No, we have multiple blacks.
Where is it?
Up there.
Okay.
Yep. We're priming. The white's up there too. I'm just saying. The white's up there too. Do you need a priming board? Very nice.
Did Apollo ever come back inside?
Will. Is Apollo in the house? Yeah. Okay. Sorry, it's really cold right now where we're at, so she's gonna prime her right now while we're
Yes, I am. Because I want to work on them while we're doing this.
I've taught her bad habits. You should never prime in the house, kids. Never, ever, ever.
He does it all the time.
I do. Yeah, I didn't see a vote, so. And apparently our connection's really crappy tonight, so.
Told you. Could also be that somebody's using Disney Plus in the other room. Loudly.
It's all right. So what I am going to do is I'm going to put a link to this Kickstarter. I'm not getting any kickback from this. I'm not getting anything out of this. They're not giving me anything. I'm not being paid or promoted or anything. I just think it's a really good product, and I think it's a really good company. And so I want everyone to hear about it. I mean, their goal was to get $15,000 in pledges, and they're right now, I think, right somewhere around like the $500,000 mark. So they're doing okay, and I'm happy for them. I'm happy they got this going on. I wish I had more disposable income. If I had the $300, or I think it's a $399, where it's 10 sets and a bunch of other stuff, I actually would have done that one. I would have done, give me 3 sets of the Aztec Temple and 4 of the church and 4 of the Mechanicum stuff. Or I don't know. I probably wouldn't even got the Aztec stuff. The whole Aztec aesthetic isn't a thing for me, so I would have done like 5 and 5. But I would have done it because, I mean, it's good terrain, and that'd be just a mound, just plastic, and I love plastic. Plastic is my life. So yeah, and even if you're not into that Kickstarter, take a look at Kickstarter. Indie gamers need our love. Yes, Warhammer and Games Workshop is a great gaming company. And sometimes indie needs some love. Speaking of which, I did some indie love this weekend. Hang on, let me go get this book. Where did it get put down? I have to find it. I'm not going to go find it now. Okay. So somebody must have picked it up and looked at it. It's probably sitting on another shelf here. Okay. So there is another game. This is going to bother me now. There is another game that I picked up the rule book for. And it looks like a lot of fun. And I'm going to start messing around with it. And it's called Gaslands. Do you see what the Gaslands book is?
Yeah, it's in the bedroom.
Why is
I brought it in there last night to show it to me.
Oh, okay. All right. So Gaslands has from Osprey Books. They have a brand new edition out. It's Mad Max with Matchbox cards. I mean, Matchbox cards, for God's sake. And you take your Matchbox cards, you can paint them up, make them look all cool. Take some extra Warhammer 40K books and put little guns and missile racks and all kinds of groovy stuff on them. And you basically, for those of us that have been around gaming for a long time, remember a game called Car Wars. It's Car Wars, but with Matchbox cards. And unlike the new Car Wars Kickstarter, the Car Wars, the new editions in the Kickstarter, their cars are their own scale. They're a singular scale, so you have to use their cars. And their cars are specific build-outs. And the cars are expensive. I don't know that I dig that. So I'm gonna try Gaslands. I've heard from a number of people that it's a lot of fun. And it
says you can use micro machines or 28 millimeters.
For the old Car Wars or the new Car Wars? Because the new Car Wars, the cars are like a really odd scale. They're bigger than the old cardboard slots, but they're not as big as they're not HO scale, which is what?
For Gaslands.
Oh, Gaslands. Do they actually have rules to use 28 millimeter figures? Because all the templates are scaled for 1/72. Huh. I'd have to look. I've only started perusing through the basics of the rules. It looks like a lot of fun, so I really, really want to play it. Just give it 15 minutes; it'll be dry. Yeah, well, that's the thing. I saw Etsy had some plastic templates. One of the reasons I want a 3D printer. If I had a 3D printer, actually, there's a lot of people that have like little packs of like guns and missiles and stuff you can download and print on your 3D printer, and templates is one of them. I thought that'd be kind of cool. You see? I like it. You took the big bubble off.
Yes.
Thank you. It didn't look good.
It wasn't for you. It was for me.
I understand.
I didn't think it looked good.
Well, that's what I was saying. I didn't think it looked good. But it was your figure. I wasn't going to comment on it, but now that you're taking it off, I can. I can say something after it's off. Oh, hang on.
What are you doing? Why are you showing he's not done yet?
What do you mean he's not done yet?
He's not done yet. He doesn't have the blood and gore on him.
He also doesn't have his rock painted or his plants. But you did a lovely job painting him.
He's so mean to me.
I only showed up for a brief moment. I'll let you show it off. Whatever. She's a jerk.
Get away from me.
Yeah, come here, come here.
No, get away from me.
Yeah, I'm a jerk, huh? Say that tomorrow when your box comes in.
I'm not allowed to have it yet.
You have to be nice first.
There's so much I can say to that.
Yep.
But I'm not gonna. Schmiegel on steroids. What? Oh, him? This guy?
He's a meat demon.
He's called a Korgorath, and he is from the Age of Sigmar's Blood Reavers.
He's basically meat and bones given a brain.
Well, what's funny is that I think he used to be human because there's a human's head right in here that somehow gets overlooked. And I'm looking at this thing going, ew. Seems just nasty.
You gonna do anything to his hoof?
I did do stuff to his hoof.
Oh, okay. Okay. You're gonna leave it black. That's cool.
Yes, I did that to all of his spikes too.
Okay. I was just asking.
I added highlights to them.
I know. Unfortunately, in this light, you know, lights. See, and I can see the highlights now. It's a lovely figure. You did a lovely job on it.
Made it! Yay! He made it.
All right. Oh gosh, I'm sorry, guys. I just started a new schedule at work, so I'm a little out of it. Moving earlier in the day, so I'm actually home a bit earlier. Not going to change the time of the stream, but now my bedtime is basically I finish the stream and go to bed. Ugh.
I'll believe that when I see it.
Yeah, that's true. that's fair. That's
In
fair.
other news, also, for those of you who have probably been wondering, I was finally able to get the art scanned, and it has been uploaded, so t-shirts are forthcoming. We saw 5.
Zane, there's 5 here.
Oop, wrong person. Not working on her. Working on him.
Squig Boss! Hi there, hi there, hi there. All right, so yeah, we were talking about battle boxes. You know, again, the thing I like about the battle boxes is this thing I don't like about the battle boxes. If you're getting into the hobby, the battle box is like a start collecting box on steroids. If I want a new army, boom, buy a Battle Force box. If you're already in the hobby and you're already sinking mad cash into it, you're not going to buy your army's battle box. And that's something that kind of dawned on me. It's like you've already got all that stuff. You don't, a lot of it is, they really are the, I want to start a new army. Here's a Battle Force box. Nom, nom, give me that box.
Or in my case, ooh, those are more supplements for my army. Gimme.
Yeah, but you were even saying the Battle Force box for like your Drukhari, you're like, eh.
That's because I'm getting Blood of the Phoenix.
True. And I think you have all your troops you need. You're actually at the point where you're getting everything else other than troops, right?
I'm about to the point where I need to start picking up vehicles.
Vehicle plates, yeah.
I got a Christmas present from the Commodore. It's a succubus that can't melt. Very specific.
And I got the Games Day 2003 Chaplain that I'm going to be painting into a wolf priest, and that's going to be lovely. Very thankful for that. Thank you, Commodore. Slow brain night.
I'm just sitting here painting.
Yeah. I mean, on the bench, she's got the same thing she's had on the bench the past couple of weeks. She's really knuckled down and really working hard on these.
I finished up the last of the major guys. My Korgorath and my Blood Scourger are both complete. I'm working on their bases right now. And then after this, I'm actually going to be working on Yvraine because I had started putting her together a while ago and she's very fiddly. So I'm going to be working on her so that she's not so fiddly.
And I'm working on this. I'm working on the banisters and barriers and the scatter. Hey, Phoenix. Working on these for the scatter terrain. I'm also currently in the editing of our first battle report. We have a battle report. Excellent. Play with your wood more.
Stop encouraging him.
So yeah, I am editing up. We're gonna see. I've only started editing, so I don't know how good the actual footage is. We'll see. It might be the worst battle report ever, but it was fun.
It was very amusing to watch when I got home from a very long shift at work.
So hopefully, I don't think I'm going to put up under a regular schedule. Just whenever it gets done, I'm going to put it up. But it's a battle report, 2,000 points of Death Guard.
I thought it was 25.
You're right. It was 2,500 points of Death Guard versus 2,500 points of Knights. It was me versus the Commodore to the death. Well, near death. I mean, there were only a couple figures left on the board. We were done.
For his side.
Man. Hey, he only had a couple figures left, too.
He started with only a couple figures.
That's not the point.
That's completely
yeah, I mean, what are you looking for?
My painting rag.
You mean this?
No, I guess I'll work with that one.
Yeah, I mean, I started off with 2,500 points of figures. I ended the game with 4.
Nope, 3. Because you lost one of your bark carts.
I lost. Yeah, I did. I lost.
You lost your bark cart, one of the 2 bark carts, and then there were the 2 named characters that he couldn't get to until he got rid of the bark carts.
Yeah. So yeah, I was down to 3 figures, and he was down to 3 figures. It was lovely.
Oh yeah, because you actually managed to get the small ones.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm down to 5 figures. He was down to 5 figures. You know how it is.
So Tina, I've been curious, which chapter of Sisters are you painting them, or are you doing a custom scheme for your sisters? Well, I got to say, I'm not saying who won that match. It was that you'll have to watch the battle report for it.
Well, to let you know, I'm waiting to see if he covers my mouth.
No,
because I can tell y'all who won.
Why would you do that? Why would you ruin content? Why would you ruin content?
Because I'm your wife and it drives you crazy.
No, I'm not driving crazy. I'm ruining it for them. You'd be ruining it for the people.
They have to be purple and green. Barney?
The Sisters of Love and Joy. I love you.
Stop right now. I have 3 different blades over here, and I have wet paint.
The blessed Saint Bernard. Hey, now I will say, I saw somebody did a set of sisters in
Yeah, Ken, I can kick your ass out of a Discord.
I saw somebody did a paint job for a set of sisters in purple and green. They were Slaneshi sisters.
Oh, never mind.
They were something else. I also saw somebody did the sisters, but they didn't use any of the sisters' heads. They just put skulls on them.
Oh.
I was like, wow.
That's some gruesome shit.
Yeah, it was. They were gruesome. They were the sisters of the withered rose. It was like they were all in colors of like ash and black.
I'm pretty sure that was the name of a guild I saw on World of Warcraft.
So yeah, it's pretty cool. So I love talking about paint jobs though. So I love to see what other people come up with. That saying, I saw Commodore's, he's doing a Imperial Fist successor chapter that I gotta say, I love the scheme. It's not just yellow, it's like yellow and metallics and some dark colors. It's a really, really interesting scheme. Really look good. You really shouldn't. You know what? The worst thing I can do to you, Zane, I wouldn't bother kicking you. I would mute you. Now that's torture.
Yeah, we can't do that.
All right. So on the bench, yeah, I've got my terrain that I'm working on.
Zane says, "Oh God."
Oh, wait, I don't know. I don't know what you're doing.
Anything but that. Please no.
That's the gate for this piece I'm working on. I dig it. I like working in the wood.
Should you be showing them that, considering you were planning on making that into content?
It is content. That video is already up.
That is it? Oh, that's right.
Yeah, that one's already up. Good boy. Holidays. Holidays are a lot of fun. No, they're not. They're tiring. I love the holidays, but oh my goodness, they are tiring.
Orky Gate, very much an Orky Gate. Missing spikes and teeth, though.
And that's the thing. When I get to the second part where I do some of the other pieces, there is some ideas I'll be showing you guys for banners and for hanging things off them, like racks of bones and
maybe some custom-made banners.
Possibly. Mine will be crappy banners. They're just going to be like orc symbols and stuff like that. Like those banners. No, not like that. I mean, they may be made of the same stuff, but I have a much better method for doing it. Trust me, I have a really good way of doing it.
Somebody proposed to me making
line art for banners.
Yes, and whatnot, and selling them with my art talents, as they quoted it. Don't I ring these in red?
Yes, you're in all your bases in red.
All your bases are belong to us.
Yeah. I got another group of my Stormcast done. I want to see that in a meme.
And
evening, Mike. How you doing?
Hi, Mythos.
Mythos, my brother. You know, that's cool. That's the other thing I was going to talk about. That reminds me, Mythos, you have perfect timing, because my brain was like, I know there was something else I wanted to talk about, and I couldn't remember what it was. And I saw you, and you are one of the people I wanted to talk to about this. But I'm going to throw it out here tonight, and I'm going to actually throw it on a couple other channels later on. But I am thinking for the holidays, or at least the first part of the year, as a way of driving content. I saw a couple other channels earlier did a challenge.
I reminded him there's already a challenge in the works, and apparently he forgot about it.
I didn't forget about it, but I like this challenge more, and I'll do that challenge later. So a couple of channels that I followed did it. The big channel I saw that did it was Goobertown Hobbies. So we had a conversation when I was on Frost and Fists a while back. We were talking about vehicles and early vehicles in Warhammer. Because originally when the Marines came out, they didn't have any vehicles. They didn't really have any rules for vehicles. They just talked about them a lot. And there was a lot of kit bashing involved in some of the early vehicles. And one of the very first vehicles that had rules for it and showed up in a White Dwarf was a Space Marine speeder, hover speeder, made from the box, made from the plastic applicator of a deodorant box. And they had rules and had stats, and it eventually evolved into the land speeder that we know today. But it's basically that. It's what the land speeder is now. It's a mini hover tank vehicle that was a support vehicle.
No.
What happened?
A head fell off.
Oh no, not a head.
There it is. Ow! Stupid cat ears.
See, that's why he's plastic glue in my bases.
Fuck off. Yeah, I went there.
You might want to use some powder to lock it in place. Powder's over there, I think.
I found Slaanesh.
So, one of the things that I was thinking about doing was reaching out to, let's see, Frost and Fists, maybe Atomic Dog, Weather Pig, IDIC Beer, and kind of do the same challenge. But here's the twist on the challenge. How's the other stuff going? It's going well. It's going well. I have all the pieces cut out. They're in the box over there. So the idea is to use the deodorant stick and make a speeder. But what if the speeder is made for something other than Ultramarines? So that it's definitely themed. Now, I saw them do one that looked like a kit bashed orc one. I saw one that was done up as an Imperial Guard one, so it had a lot more like it was very Imperial Guard. Yeah, flashlights and lots of plates and bolting stuck on. So the thought was to reach out to a couple of these other, a few of these other crafters and channel content builders like Frost and Fists, and challenge them to make their version of a speeder from the humble beginnings of a deodorant stick. So, and I don't think, I mean, what would you guys think of that? Just, complete kit bash. You can use GW bits, you can use whatever bits you want, but your body you're making a speeder from a deodorant stick. Oh, the other one I saw was a Nurgle one. That was it. Somebody did a Chaos Nurgle based one that was just gorgeous. So
Sam wants to know if you can try. wants to play with the big kids.
You know, that might be a really neat thing to do. Zane, if you want to do it, I mean, I'll definitely highlight it. Oh, Atomic Dog, look at that. Challenge accepted. Signed Dave, I like it. And I said his name. Atomic Dog made it here live, so I could throw this challenge at him too. So yeah. Atomic Dog. We're talking about the classic, very original, early days, the original land speeder from the original land speeder from Warhammer 40K wasn't actually an official model kit. It was made from a deodorant stick, the actual casing of a deodorant stick. And that's the whole thing. Yeah, I mean, I've scratch built buildings. I've never scratch built a vehicle. Yes, exactly. And so the original land speeder was this deodorant stick. And so the idea was going to talk to a bunch of other channel people. And if any of my viewers want to get on this, I will, and I get those pictures. Heck, I'll make a video just of everybody's final builds. And yeah, just the idea of kit bashing together, you know, kit bashing at its finest.
I'm game. I will win, says Atomic Dog. I am not working on my card wrap, as a matter of fact. Mike, let them finish, and I will show you what has been done.
All right. Well, I mean, Dog, I'm going to count you in. Mythos, you don't have a choice. You're in.
Everybody who's in, make a comment, please, below.
Yeah.
Just say, I'm in.
Yeah. When the video's up at the end of the night, throw up a comment in this video saying, I'm in. Or I'll challenge accepted.
Or challenge accepted, or prepare to lose.
And even if you're not a person that runs a channel, send me your photos when you're done of the finished piece, and we'll put it out there. I'll take everybody's stuff, we'll do a video out of it, and we'll put it out to voting. We'll let the internet decide whose is the best.
Oh, I'm officially out.
Why is that?
Because nada. I do terrain. I do not do buildings.
Town building. It's a vehicle.
Yeah, that too.
And that's a way to push yourself.
Yep. Yeah, no. I'm seeing who all on this list is in. Nope, I'm not.
Yeah, scratch builds are scratch. Yeah, I think that's a great idea. Done. And then maybe we'll do this every once a quarter. There you go.
Once a quarter, there will be the Big D throwdown.
Yeah. So this quarter.
No, you cannot convert a land speeder into a deodorant. That is be kind of impressive, but no.
Well, we could have tried hard enough, but.
So yeah, it's all legal. The only rule.
Hello.
The only rule for it is that your base body has to be a deodorant stick, and it has to be a vehicle, scalable use for Warhammer 40K. Your faction, your choice. Go as crazy or as outrageous as you want. I'm all for it. So it's done. It's done. That'll be great. I'm not gonna try selling it. I'm telling you right now, if I build this thing, it's gonna go in all of my art. When? Let's say it's got to be done by.
You want to give them until the end of the month because
Christmas is busy time. I tell you what, we'll give you a little extra time because Christmas is a busy time.
How about we'll give you until the 10th of January?
No, I was gonna do January 31st.
Okay, January 31st.
Yeah, January 31st.
So you guys get a month.
Yeah, January 31st. All entries got to be in. I got to see your final pictures or your video for it if you have a channel.
He'll make an official video of it, I promise it.
All right, excellent. Yeah, we'll throw an official video up out there for challenge. And you know what? We'll throw it out there as an official video. I mean, there's some specific people I definitely want challenged.
Okay, so real quick, Ringer, what he's talking about is he saw something that he wants to challenge his own, our viewers and other friends of ours that run content, the original land speeders for 40K were using deodorant stick boxes or caps. And so the challenge is you have to make one for whichever faction you want. But the base material, the thing that it's based on, has to be one of those caps. You can kit bash it, you can...
And it's not just a cap, it's the whole, it's got to be the container.
Mhm.
So it's got to be the whole thing. It's basically a hover tank. And
you have until we'll do an official video of
for
this.
The contest will be open. All submissions, either you have an official video that you send me a link to, or you send me your pictures of it by January 31st.
And if you're in, just make a comment below saying I'm in, challenge accepted, you're going down. Yeah. And then of course we'll have an official video that we'll put out as well for those who didn't get a chance to see this.
Yeah. And yeah, we'll put an official video out. And and the winner will have a little bit more than bragging rights, but I'll have to
We got to put that together.
I'll have to work on a nice yeah, I mean, doing a white, you need to make a white scar speeder, dude. No, it doesn't have to be a video, Mike. I said if you run content, I'd like you to do a video.
Yeah,
if you run content, if you don't, you're gonna send the pictures. You can email the pictures to me, and I'll have the link out there so people can send the email. So people can send me. Oh yeah.
Maybe if you're good, Zane.
No, he got deleted right off the bat. Thank you, Commodore. Yeah. So
Commodore may have a kink, bit of a kink shaming thing going on.
What we win, like I said, whoever wins, and I'm going to be in this too. So I'm telling you right now, it's part of it's bragging rights, but we're going to put the voting off to the internet and let the internet decide on it, and let everybody who watches and fans and all that decide too. So this will be cool. But if it's somebody other than me that wins, I will definitely throw something in for the win.
Maybe you get his bike.
My bike?
Yeah, the one you made. You'll make your vehicle thingy that you're like.
We'll see. We'll see. That'll be yeah.
Maybe
So
I'll send a $25 gift card.
we'll figure something out.
Get a $25 gift card. No, I don't know. I have no idea.
No, we'll
Don't
figure
quote me.
we'll figure something out. We'll make it appropriate. So that'll be cool. I like this idea. I'm glad people are in this. We will definitely get an official video up for that. And I'll definitely throw something out for those of you that are members of the IDIC beer community. I'll throw a link out there that way we can get as many channels involved in this as possible. This could be
Or the community.
Yeah, I mean that's the whole idea, is to spread the joy and spread the community. And there are even people who are not normally 40K people that might want to even dip their toe, because I know some people know how to kit bash that have a last name of Drake that are in the channel, like my brother.
Oh, yeah. I was about to please that.
Look at me. No, I haven't.
Yeah, no,
I have no
or
experience.
there's I mean that's the thing. And the beautiful thing about it is that this is, who cares if it's not a legal model? The fun thing is be kit bashing something wonderful for it and just a love of the game. And that's what this is all about. So all right, we'll get something official about this. I wanted to see if people were down for it. That's awesome. Yeah. So that's good. I like that. I like that a lot. That's the end of January. And again, because there's other challenges, I wanted to throw that out earlier about maybe, like I said, do a quarterly challenge, have a terrain challenge, that type of thing. I know the crafters channels, they have their own terrain challenge thing. Which I dig, but
Ooh, I can't wait to see if somebody does this as an orc thing.
oh yeah, it's got to be built and painted.
Alex, I took a special stick and turned it into a V-52 Drake.
Yeah.
You're not wrong.
Yeah. So yeah, Squidbot, it's got to be painted. It's got to be a complete finished model. Kit bash.
Like I said, you've got until
You've got
the
until
month.
January
Next
31st is the cutoff date. So there's plenty of time. And like I said, if you don't have content, if you're not a channel runner, we will take pictures. I'll get an email out there for everybody. Come on.
So all I have to do is send you working when it's an orc thing. Yeah, pretty much.
What I just say? I want to see the body of the tank. You can put as much junk on it
How
as
much
you
of it
want.
has to be the deodorant container?
You can put as much.
Okay, how about this? We are going to do
I will do an official video by the end.
talking about the rules, the deadline, and all that stuff.
I'll put together official rules. I'll put it out there. Hit your bell button, smash that bell button, and you'll find out. Yeah, get some bits. This is time to go bits hunting. I'm gonna have to go bits hunting myself too. I don't think I have enough bits for the version I want to do.
I'm not in this.
Really?
We already had this conversation.
Nah. All right. Glue it inside a repulsor. Well, here's the thing, Zane. If you think that'll win, you're go ahead.
We technically don't have any rules against it, so.
Zane, you give me a sad.
I thought you were better than this thing. You've broken my heart. No feet pics for you.
You're done.
Now that
Ooh.
conversation is over,
Ooh, I want to make a Salashi one.
I'm going to show my choreograph
Again.
because Mike was not here. It's really bad.
That's even worse.
Okay. Dropping stuff. So. And there is him and all of his nasty, gory, not quite as gory as it's going to end up being because I haven't even added the blood splatter on him yet. Yeah, it's kind of hard to get a good image of him.
We'll put it out on she'll get it in the
He'll be
photo
up on
box.
Instagram.
Yeah, it actually is really nice. It's a nice blood red color. So it is dark, but it is
He's got lots of different other colors. on
Yeah.
it, too.
So we'll get it in the light box and get it out on Instagram and see what y'all think of it.
I'm actually working on his base right now.
Blood for the blood god.
Skulls for the skull throne.
Cheese.
Cheese for what? Dumpster dive or something. So, yes.
I'll make a Gundam one. That'd be kind of cool looking.
I'm not even in this one. Jesus.
Cheese for the cheese god. Yes.
I'm just going to sit over here.
Lord Borden, cheese for the cheese god.
With his high priest Gouda.
Small curds.
Blood for the blood god.
That's the thing. You got a month and a half to do it, so you got the time. Think about it. Spend a couple days. Draw out your plans. I've seen, and you're not limited. You don't have to use Games Workshop bits only. I mean, you got to use bits from anything. You just got to make it scale.
Wife and daughter, where's my deodorant? I have no idea, honey.
If it's an Axe deodorant stick, yes. If it's the spray, no.
Sorry, I'm stoked.
Great. Well, that's the idea. It's all about trying to make people happy and try to come up with stuff that people like. Because, again, I need to get up to 400 subscribers. Let's share this out there and get people interested. Because I need to get to 400 subscribers. I want to give away you guys some stuff. I want to give away some stuff to y'all. Make your lives better. Give you guys part of my love for this game and what I build. All right. We're in the 8:30 portion of this video, which means what's next?
I don't know. I'm working on a fucking base.
She is dropping F-bombs left and right. She's a filthy little creature.
And you love every minute of it.
Creature.
No, that's the dog. Please don't say that because she will come in here. Bloody hell, I can already hear her coming.
Oh, yeah. Hey, I have a use now for all those extra spare. Oh, I have ideas. I have lots of ideas now too. Oh my goodness, this is really good because I've been kicking it around. I've been kicking it around for a bit and been just kind of going, I want to get this done, but I want to talk to a bunch of people about it. So can you use plastic art? You can use anything you want. I mean, anything you want. The only restriction.
Yes, you can build something for squats, Mike.
Yes, absolutely. No, it just got to be to scale. You can build squats. Squats are an official army. They're Imperial Guard. The rules state that you can use squat models as Imperial Guard. And there are squats in the Imperial Guard right now. There's actually 2 official models. So absolutely. You can use anything. Just remember your base body that you're starting with. This is why
You can't catch the love show.
one of the kids.
Sorry.
The base body has to be the stick of a stick deodorant. That is the only restriction. Anything else you can build onto it. You can build whatever you want. But the base body has to be a stick deodorant.
We're kind of hashing over the rules, but we'll do an official video.
Yeah, I'll do an official video. I have it out the next couple of days because I'm stoked. And
no, Zane, you can't use the stick itself. Commodore
it's
got a muzzle for you.
You can use the stick itself. While you're building your model, you can go ahead and have the snack, and you're fine. Oh gosh, because Al's a modeler. You know what, Al? I'll make this very simple to you. I'll make it very, very simple to you. It's S scale. It's S scale. So whatever that is, I think that's 1/60th. Yeah, it's S scale. That's because I've used S scale buildings and stuff with 40K and it works out. So yeah, it's 1/60th scale. And since I have a gift coming for you as well to just get you initiated. 1/64th scale. Yeah, it's 1/64th scale. Yeah. But the nice thing is there's a little wiggle room there because they've changed a little bit with the heroic scale. What I'll do, your daughter was nearby, was at our house recently, and she got some heroic scale figures. I think we can get him a set of Reavers. The easy build kit.
Oh, the Marines.
Yeah.
Okay.
Either Reavers or Intercessors, so you can see what they're like. Specifically, Al, Facebook me your mailing address.
It's in the computer. We sent them a wedding invitation.
I know, but that way I have it. I can immediately because I can just go to Amazon and send them a pack. Perfect. I am super lazy, which is why I'm doing a kit bash. And you're not.
No, I'm a killjoy. Who's got to add some blood now?
Blood.
Yep. Blood.
All right. So that's cool. All right. This has got steam. I like this idea. I like this. This is why we do this. That saying, since we're not in No Bolt or November.
Which is why I was putting together my Ukraine.
When this Savage build kit is done, your next few videos are, other than this about the contest, the next few videos are going to be 2 about this, and then I'm going to be building the rest of that Imperial Fortress for y'all to show you how we're going to build up that gate, that fully functional gate that a
still not sure about.
A Castellan knight can walk right through the gate. So gonna be awesome. Gonna be awesome. I've got it all worked out. Yeah, mini Boulder December. No, we're just back to Space Marines because, you know, nothing is better than Space Marines. I love being Space Marines.
Hellchild!
Hey, there's another guy. Hellchild, keep an eye out.
And we're going to be going over this again.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to go over it again. Hellchild, you're going to want to go back in a little bit after this is done and rewind and watch some of this. We got a Kit Bash challenge coming on. There'll be an official video for about it later in the week. But we're going back to basics and doing a Kit Bash vehicle for 40K. So,
Other than that, I'm putting a decapitated head on a base.
well, you got skulls.
No, I have an actual decapitated head.
Where'd you grab the head out of?
That's one of my old Reavers. Did I cut the head off to make my
Nice. We're doing a build challenge.
I am not.
We're doing a build challenge, Hellchild. You got to start with a deodorant stick and make a speeder. But that's all I'm saying.
Listen to anything Zane tells you.
It's delicious. All right, let's see what else is going on here.
So for those of you who have ever been interested, the Big D will be celebrating a prime birthday coming up in
it's
April.
in 5 months, people.
Well, if anybody wants to attend, they might want to start looking at plane tickets now. So basically, it has been requested of me to give my darling husband a Warhammer Games Workshop / gaming themed birthday party.
For my 50th birthday in late April. So
the game, we will have at least 2 tables for full-on boards, the 2x6 panel boards, and we will also have Kill Team. We will have Warcry, as well as assorted board games and puzzles set up for those who would like to attend. Your birthday was the 9th of this month? Well, happy late birthday. I had no idea. Sorry, Atomic Dog.
So yeah, we were talking about, like, that's what I want. I want a 40K, or not even a 40K. I want a Warhammer birthday. So we're gonna set up. Originally, we're just gonna set up a couple tables here at the house, and
I pointed out how many friends he's got that I had to cut out like half of the freaking list just to be able to fit the people into my house. And yeah.
Nice. So we're going to probably go to the local VFW
and see about renting a hall for the day, so I can invite everybody. So
Zane.
No,
if
you would be challenged.
No, here's the thing, Zane. If you came, I would let her put you on a leash and walk you around all day.
I'm pretty sure that's not Zane's thing.
It might be. The thing is about feet. Anyhow. Yeah, I'm old. Like I said, I was in the gaming store. It's one of my favorite stories about gaming. And see, I'm down.
We're not sure if there will be a live stream. We may try to do one.
If we can get connection, I will definitely live stream it.
It is April. His birthday itself is April 24th. I do not have an official day yet. I need to speak with the VFW first about securing and how much it is going to be for the
all that
for the hall.
We got a lot of stuff to figure out, but we're looking at it right now. And the whole idea is that, yeah, we'll probably live stream it if possible, throw a camera on, and
maybe run around with a GoPro or something.
Yeah, hopefully by then we'll have a nice GoPro that we can run on and do that with.
Well, I'll be walking around with my camera going, all right, everybody, say hi.
So, but one of my favorite stories about 40K was that I was a fantasy player. I was a Warhammer fantasy player, and I was in the local game store. It was known as Napoleon's. It was literally an institution here in Milwaukee until it closed in the mid aughts. Probably closed about 10 years ago now. Little over 10 years ago. I'm the 24th, so I'm a nice Taurus. Except I don't believe in that because Taurus are too grounded to believe in that crap. But I was in there and I was looking at some new Elven figures I was looking to buy, and the owner who knew me, he's like, and I had been looking at some other Viking figures because I was going to do this Raiders army, and I don't remember what faction it was. It might have even been a Chaos, but there were these they were these Viking raider looking guys. I was looking at them, and they were like Norse, and they had the bearded axes and everything. Really great figures, and they were a plastic kit. And I'm like, oh, this is cool. I can build these. It'd be inexpensive, and I can dig this. It'd be cool. I can build a lot of these guys. And I was looking at the kit, and Fritz noticed I came over. And that was it. Going on the store. His name was Fritz, and Fritz came over. He's like, oh, Adrian, you got to see this. Come on, man, you got to check this out. I know you like the Vikings. You got to see this. And he comes over, he says, this just came in on the shipment. This is brand new. You got to see these guys. They're space Vikings. And I'm looking at this book, and they're space Vikings. And I'm like, I'm in. I'm in. And so right then and there, I bought the Codex for the Space Wolves, and I bought the 40K box set. And I ended up selling all of my elves to my roommate. Sold the entirety of my elves to my roommate, and used all that money to buy more Marines and Blood Bowl, because Blood Bowl was the best, and the original Blood Bowl. And that was it. I was hooked. So yeah, I'm old because that's 92. That came out in early mid 92. So yeah, the Chaos Marauders. They were Vikings. They had the Viking helms, the Norse helms. They had bearded axes. They were actually really, really good sculpts. It was one of their early kits that had really, really good plastic sculpts. Speaking of which, again, I found some other older figures. Some of you guys might actually recognize this thing. This is from their very first plastic kit. This is before they had commissars, when the commissars were the sergeants for the Imperial Guard. So yeah, I found a bunch of them. Yeah, so I found a bunch of these guys. So I'm actually going to be kind of doing a few of these up to go with my Imperial Guard army, because I dig the Guard. Wow, Zane was naughty.
He was saying something about oh shit, 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 oh shit.
And he got timed out.
Woo!
Yeah. Yeah, get to work on those scratch bills. We'll like I said, I'll have an official video up by the end of the week on that one. You having problems?
No.
What are you doing?
Splattering.
Oh, okay.
Probably shouldn't do that.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't. You want to put a lot more blood in before you try doing splatter effects. No, it's not, because that's not what that's for.
I made a mistake. Yes, Zane made a mistake. I'm a little curious what he says his mistake was.
All right.
I need
Yes, I did, Hellchild. They were very cool. Oh, Lady D versus Hondo this weekend.
Oh, okay. Just trying to think what I can come.
When do you work Friday?
Till 6. That's not the brush I wanted.
But I can be right there at 6, so we can go straight from there to.
Okay, so if he can come in Friday.
When do you work Thursday?
Thursday? I don't work on Thursday.
We can probably do Thursday night. If we can get Hondo there, we can do it Thursday night. Let's do that. Ben, can you talk to Hondo? You might see him before we do. And Hellchild, yeah, I did see the Wolves working, but really nice work. Really, really excellent work.
Oh. I'm a little concerned now for Zane. How did the Death Guard fare this week?
We're going to have that. We did a battle report on it.
Yes, there's a battle report actually coming for that one.
Yes, there's a battle report coming for that. When the game ended, both the Knights and the Death Guard had the same number of figures on the table. Oh, the point differential, though.
All I will say is that revenge has already been sworn.
Oh my gosh, Mortarion got vape-omized. I mean, we're talking. He got one round in.
And then the Knights went and knocked that.
Yeah. Wow, that's a paint spray.
You ever seen that episode? Ever seen the first episode of The Boys on Amazon Prime? Yeah, it's kind of like that.
Yeah. So excellent.
Sorry, I'm a little involved in putting gratuitous amounts of blood down.
Her thing.
I do not apologize for my peanut comments.
I think the peanut gallery is fine. Like I said, it's not a super serious battle report. It's a fun battle report because I had Phoenix there, I had the Commodore there.
And then I showed up towards the end.
Yeah, the girlfriend of the Speedster. That's pretty much what happened to Mortarion. He went, hi, and they went, goodbye.
Yeah, basically. Zane, what's the matter?
Don't chop gel deodorant with a big hunting knife. Zane, are you injured?
Are you okay? Do I need to call the police and have a wellness check made?
He's able to type. He has all his fingers.
That does not require all your fingers.
That's all I need is these two.
Or did it go everywhere?
Yeah, it's a mess. It's everywhere. Well done, son. Well done. That's pretty much all I got right now.
I'm having a little too much fun putting blood
everywhere. All right, so I think. Oh, Jesus, so much fun. You can see enough to type. It's all over your phone, though. That's funny.
Go wash, honey. All right, so we're in the last 10 minutes.
Hondo prefers Friday. That's fine. We'll be there by 6:30.
Ish. So we're in the last 10 minutes of our things. We're going to go ahead and do our shout out.
All right, so big shout outs.
Shout outs to, of course, our patrons, the darlings that made me buying some more paint possible.
So yeah, we're gonna give shout outs right here. We're gonna give to our two
Level 2.
Our 2 level 2s. We had his name down at some point. But we have the level 2, Henrik Botha, who, in showing me and kind of pushing me, again, the Kickstarter we talked about earlier today, the Rampart on Kickstarter, go look it up. If you want some good terrain, go do it. It's $49 for the baseline, and you get a good amount of terrain. Great for a kill team board. Great to make your boards better, give you some stuff to work with, and heck, if you don't want it, you can just buy it and send it to me. I'll gladly take it. Thank
Christmas.
you. Thank you for Christmas. But no, seriously, it's good stuff. It's good stuff. Go look at them. Shout out to Inquisitor Zane, the mad one, the insane one.
He's currently cleaning himself up from.
I told you, don't chop, eat. You'll be fine. So,
Joe.
nom nom nom. And lastly, our Warlord level 3 Commodore, who I had a wonderful game with this weekend, and will be shown off in that wonderful army he painted. I can't wait for you guys to see these knights. He did such a lovely job with those knights. They are absolutely gorgeous, folks. They're just beautifully done figures. I'm actually looking forward to showing them off. Really, just beautiful job there. Great game, Commodore. Was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun having you over and doing that. So shout outs to all of them. Again, we talked about the Kickstarter. It's Christmas time, and here's another thing. A minor thing, but it is Christmas time. It is the holidays, and there are a lot of kids out there that don't have the stuff they need. If you can, instead of buying that extra box of figures this year, donate to Come to the Kids, or
Toys for Tots.
Toys for Tots
that are hosted by the United States Marine Corps.
And you know what? If you want to really ruin a kid's life, maybe buy him a box of figures and get him started on the hobby young. You'll know he'll never get involved in drugs because he'll never have the money for it. But
I will say that the Toys for Tots is a very worthy thing. That if you do feel the need to do that, many years ago with my youngest, we had no money. I had no job, and they were sweet enough to give my daughter a bunch of presents, and they even gave me something as well.
So it really is a time of year of giving. So
if you can,
fantastic. Help out. I mean, even if it's just a matter of spending a day, I mean, even if it's a matter of spending some time, donate some time to a local charity, help them sort through some cans, donate some food. There's a lot of families that go without.
They actually gave me a jacket.
We had some financial troubles this year. We got through it. We were lucky enough that we had a family member that was able to give us a hand when we were having the problem. And I'm very thankful to her. But not everybody has that sort of safety net in their life. So, yes. And Hell Child, you may be a formal devil dog. I'm a Mung Ho Tiger, former anti-armor infantry. So, the U.S. Army, but, infantry, so real army, as opposed to a Renf. And I know what it takes. I know, and it is a brotherhood that lasts for life. So hoorah to you. And especially if there's anything you can do for especially veterans, any of the veteran charities. Al and I have a brother that was a veteran, a combat veteran. Actually, I have a couple brothers that are combat veterans. And every year, well, I know you, Al, yeah, firefighter, paramedic, entire life of servitude, taking care of people.
Mhm.
But a brother that's in between us in age, every year for charity, they would drive from one coast to the other, ending up in Arlington. So it was actually they did in the summer, but it's a freedom ride. So I'm not a big guy on charity, but this is one of the times a year where a lot of families are without. So if you can do something small, do it. Gamers are notorious for being able to help people out in need. So
If you can,
do what you can. That's all we can ask of anybody.
Yep.
Other than that, final thoughts on gaming. Never stop being creative. I challenged myself when I built this. The whole idea was to build this not using any of my normal materials.
I'd also point out that that's the second build he did. Because he built one and he didn't like it how it turned out, so he tried it again and he likes this one better.
Yeah,
so.
I started building it in foam. I'm like, I'm gonna build it in foam, and I'm building foam. And I realized I didn't like it. I didn't like the way it was turning out. It didn't look what I wanted. And I'm like, you know what? How about I just try something different? And I went with all wood, and I got some. I really, really like these. I'm gonna end up building a lot more of these. I think making an entire orc-looking board would be kind of cool.
I think he probably just made a couple of our orc players very happy.
Well, they already know my next Xenos army, my Xenos army I'm going to build, I'm building orcs. Doing it. So,
Final thoughts. Green is mean.
Damn, Zane, I love you, Zane.
Stop. For the love of all that is holy, man.
Decaf.
Lord, they are not helping him at all.
No, they're talking about me being Xeno. I'm telling you, I'm doing.
Your wood looks stiff.
It is stiff. My wood is awful stiff. It is firm and hard and has long cracks in it. And Super will fix that right up. On that note, all right.
Don't forget to hit the subscribe, hit the like button.
Smash that like button. No, okay, I can't. Hit the like button, please, guys. Helps us out. Hit that bell. Get that subscription. Follow us. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We have Patreon if you're interested. If you're not, no pressure. We're not a big deal. But if you want to help out the channel, $1 a month helps us buy paints. $3 a month helps us buy lots of paints.
And gives you access to listening to me completely unfiltered.
And $10 a month gets you in a drawing once a quarter for stuff that we may have already made or other cool stuff coming up. That being said, remember, epic your life, epic your game, epic your board. Never stop growing.
Never limit yourself.
Never stop dreaming. Thank you so much, everybody. And again, if you're interested in the contest, put it in the comments below after this goes live. And there will be an official contest announcement and rules that'll be up on this channel. And I'm going to post at the IDIC Beer forums later this week. Thank you so much, everybody. Love you all. Have a wonderful evening.